NBA 2K19 tutorial number 7. Today I'll be giving you guys a detailed breakdown of one of the more unstoppable and versatile money plays in the game, and I will also be showing you guys how to approach using money plays in general to get the most out of them. There will also be a detailed film study of helping you understand which situations are going to require you to trigger which play option from these money plays. So before I get into how to set up the play for, PlayNow online, offline, or MyTeam, let's just, take a look at some concepts. So if we have freelance already, in this instance I'm using pay, so the question that you might legitimately ask is, well, why would I run money plays? I have the freelance helping me trigger everything and help me space out already. Why would I need money plays? Well, take a look at this. This is a pays freelance branch that's coming from the freelance itself. And I'm the Golden State Warriors against the Hall of Fame Pacers, and I'm allowing, here you can see me, I'm allowing the branch to run as decoy while I set up the money play Fizz Free Fire Flow for KD. Alright, so you can see as this happens, the roll is happening, it looks like I'm just running a pick and roll, but not really. I'm just getting into the setup for the money play, and I want the money play first because I want it for its unique OP action. As you will see, it will develop here, so you can see the play is coming down for KD. And I'm using that pin down from Draymond, getting KD the ball. But Curry, the original handler, actually gets his flare from Cousins. And the majority of the time, I would get what I want here. This is the OP action of this money play, the first branch at least. This is success, but let's take a look though of other possible variations you could get, because that's why the money play is so good, because there's other options. So my money plays are worth the trouble. The ones that I decided to show you, because they are very versatile. You can see I'm calling Fizz Free Fire Flow again, this time for Curry. And Clay's coming up top because the person you call for never gets his play. Curry comes with this pin down, and I'm gonna pass the ball off to Curry with Clay. But here, I'm using my katana technique that I taught you from tutorial number 5, my passing tutorial. So if you want to learn this technique, you can go to my all tutorial playlist on my homepage and just go to tutorial number 5, and you'll be able to see it there. And you can see I'm getting the same shot for Clay here using the flare from the Marcus, but I'm using it this time a user control route because I'm using the katana user control technique I taught you guys in tutorial 5. And that's a small variation, but there is changes because this is a user ran route off the flare, not a computer one. But there's more variation of the OP action. From the initial OP action, which is the flare, you can also do a katana lob. So I'm using KD as the passer here, and I'm holding down X just like a katana from tutorial 5. I'm running the basket, but this time, instead of letting go of X to get like a regular pass, you're going to still hold on to X and then hold on to square at the same time as you get close to the basket if you see an open lane. And that's going to trigger a katana oop. So you're going to control KD and run the route, but if you hold X and square, you'll get a lob pass to him. And this is the third variation of this money play already, right? So always start off with the OP action of the money play because that just keeps your offense efficient, and that's why you're gonna get a lot of looks. But add in these variations over time. Here you can see me, I'm just running the flare like the usual one where the handler of the first play can pass, so he runs off the flare screen from the center. So it's perfect to call this for KD while bringing the ball up with Curry, right? Or any kind of player that suits his style. So I'm getting the ball to Durant and I'm running a user katana holding on to X, run off that flare screen, get to the corner. That's way too open for Curry. That's a swish bomb all day. However though, because my money plays are designed and they always have an OP action to start, but it's also followed by another quality action. So you can see here I'm running the katana with Oladipo and it's failed. You can see Oladipo is not open, so I don't let go of X and I ended up becoming the ball handler, which in this case Collison. But because this play is a money play, so it flows nicely into a spread pick and roll action right there. Just flows right into it if your katana fails. If your katana lob or katana free ball fails, and you can just run this nice spread pick and roll action in flow, and I got Oladipo a wide open corner free. That's why this money play is so good. So make sure you watch tutorial number 6 to learn all the layup tricks I taught you, because as you noticed in the previous clip, if this katana fails, like this Clay katana fails, I'm going to get the ball back to Curry, and he's going to use this middle pick and roll. This is when your layup skills are needed, so watch tutorial 6 for that. If you can do it, you can green layups just like I did there. So in this instance, I've called the play for Durant, and Clay is holding onto the ball, so you know this is the nature of the play, right? The guy that calls the play for doesn't get the ball initially. The handler, whoever it is, brings it up. Durant's going to be the first one to catch the pass, though. I'm running a flare while holding on the X to become Clay. It's not open. I get it back to Durant. I run the middle pick and roll, and this time I lob it up. Success. That's why it's such good info, and you can see it's very quick too, right? I'm not even using like most of the shot clock. So in this case, I call it for Curry this time, while KD is bringing it up. And I want you to actually, for this variation, I want you to pay close attention to this version being ran. Because the previous versions you saw, there's a lot of swing passes going on up top. And as a user gets used to seeing that, this could steal it. So you want to change it to this variation where you pass it off to Curry and you run the Katana Lob. So the Katana Lob here has failed. So I'm just going to hold X. I'm not going to pass it to Ran anymore. I'm just going to hold X because if you do that, if you just hold it for long enough, you actually ended up becoming Curry, who is the guy you pass the ball off to run a give and go. So I'm not going to swing it around. I have modified the middle pick and roll also by turning it into a give and go, which fails it, but you can see me, I'm running a give and go or Katana between Curry and Cousins. I get it to Cousins. I'm still holding on the X, so I am Curry here. And the give and go has failed, so I'm gonna get the ball back to Curry, and I finish it up by using a pace, because I'm using pace spacing, going back to the freelance and using a pace middle pick and roll. All of that side to side action, but this time has much less swing passing up top. I force the defense to break down completely, and I still get another layup. And you can see, running this variation, I still have 4 seconds to spare. That's why Fist Free 5 Flow is an excellent money play. And here is another variation that you want to see that has less swing movement up top, because the steals is quite strong this year. Initially, the user that you're playing, they're not gonna steal it because they don't know what's coming. But once you run it a couple of times with the a lot of swinging, you want to run this version where you just hold the ball, run the middle kick and roll, run a give and go. This time the give and go work. I lob it up, Katana lob, Oladipo finishes it up. So let's take a look of how to set this up. So you want to make sure your coach settings look like this with the offensive play vision, play call messages, and offensive play calling all set to those settings so you can see all the branches. And in this instance, if you are planning to run this on PlayNow online or offline, all you're going to do is go to coaching sliders and you can change it to either the Pelicans playbook or the Celtics playbook, because it also works. So focus on those two playbooks. And obviously, if you're running on MyTeam, I know you can't go to your coaching sliders and do this, but you can just buy the playbook. So I suggest you buy both the Celtics and Pelicans playbook if you're on MyTeam, because most of my money plays will be coming from those two playbooks initially this year. And in the case of PlayNow, online or offline, you need a player that has pick and roll ball handler, and you can see the Fist Free 5 forwards right there. So in this case, Kyle Lowry has it, so in my team also. But if you take a look at Kyrie here, he does not have it. So if you guys are playing this on PlayNow though, online or offline, all you're going to do is go to priority 1 and change it to pick and roll ball handler, then he will have his Free 5 flow. Unfortunately for you, my team guys, you can't. So you have to go to 2kmtcentral.com and search for the player you want to use, and you will find this player. So in this case, Kyrie. And then you select them. They will take you to a page which shows you see the plays right there in the kind of middle-ish area above prices. They'll tell you what plays he has, and if he doesn't have it, I'm sorry, in my team that's too bad. So you gotta find a card that does have pick and roll ball handler to run Fist Free 5 flow for my team. So here's the bonus version. This is a early Katana handler to the corner. I was actually controlling Kyrie early to get him to the corner and still take the kind of like a flare screen to the corner. And please don't forget what you have learned from tutorial number 6 for the layup triggers, because if your initial give and go Katana option fails here and you get nothing, you're going back to the middle. And if you go back to the middle, it's going to turn into these middle pick and rolls that you either run off manually, or you're going to run off the play. You got to be able to lay up your 4 layup triggers that I taught you in tutorial number 6, so check that out if you haven't. And you're probably catching on, but actually I showed you those first 6 tutorials, or 5-6 tutorials first, because you need all of those techniques to be able to run my money plays. Because you guys, I have different money plays. Not only does it come with the original, the first unstoppable, likely very successful option, but it also comes with all of these variations. I mean, you have these katanas, katana lobs, these initial flares, and you're turning it from a swing heavy kind of money play into a pick and roll heavy money play, all in the same play, right? So you got to focus on that and make sure you watch tutorial 2 through 6 just to learn the fundamentals so you can run this. And obviously not every shot with the money plays are going to fall. You can see I've got a couple of open shots here, but I missed them. And you can see it again here. I mean, Tatum gets another Tatum starts off the play and he gets another open shot. And these are actually good sets with Tatum. So I'm calling it for Kyrie. I'm swinging the ball, not holding excess time, letting computer run the row. And Tatum is wide open in the freaking corner. I got a late release, but it didn't go in. But because it is a money play, the math is on your side, because the spacing from this set is so good and you have so many variations from it. Just calling this itself, once you get familiarized with the play, you will learn all of its variations. And because I lab it, so I know it flows from one nice thing to another. So if that doesn't work, now you can do your layup triggers and do your reverse layup. So combined with everything I have taught you previously, you're gonna find a lot of success running this money play, Fist Free 5 flow. And throughout the course of the year, at least at these early parts, I still have a lot of these kind of money plays coming from both the Pelicans and the Boston playbook. And since you can customize your playbooks on PlayNow online, And obviously you can't do that on MyTeam. So I'll be focusing on the specific plays that are in the playbook. So I won't customize a whole bunch of plays, so it's, you can use it online or you can only use it offline, so that's tough. And for your offline players, then you can do whatever you want because you can customize your playbooks. So I believe this year is especially, these kind of money plays are especially necessary for MyTeam. If you're trying to make that 250k tournament, you're going to need these kind of quick hitting sets to get yourself an easy basket. So make sure you revisit often for these kind of money plays. And as for the katana lob option, I suggest only do that if the user is overplaying the flare free, because they're bound to when you play this online. And I'll show online footage later, just I prefer to teach you guys of offline footage because then I can just lab all the variations and show you. So if you enjoy these kind of play sets and unstoppable money plays, add me a like and I'll continue to do more of these. And as always, thanks for coming by. I appreciate all of your support. And I did see that the original fan boost tutorial I showed you already reached 1,000 likes. So thank you. And I'll be showing you guys different variations for smaller guards with that, with online gameplay, and also obviously more than preload gameplay because I have the whole game right now. So this is likely the best 2K that has ever been made. So take your time, enjoy it, grind it out. Learn all of these things, just mix it into your game because the defense is tough this year, so we're gonna need a lot more discipline and a lot more scheming. So always happy to chat with you guys, and hopefully I'll probably come get to the defensive things, finish up with the defensive settings sometime next week so you guys can see them too. And yeah, I'll see all of you next time.